Boozy Spirits with Matt Ray and Justin Grimble.
This is all you could ever ask for, podcast.
Another beautiful day in the Boozy Spirits studio, and we have a special guest today.
Hey.
All the way from Birmingham.
That's right.
Is that where you reside now, Birmingham?
I still live in Tuscaloosa, but
Okay.
everything I do, with a couple of exceptions, are in Birmingham. So I sleep here. Does that count?
Periodically.
It counts.
So we have Soapy Jones from Left Hand Soap.
Hey, how's it going?
Going good. Excited to have you here.
I'm excited. This is going to be a lot of fun. And a perfect, pre-Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, this couldn't be better. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
You got big plans for Thanksgiving?
No.
None.
And that's wonderful.
That is.
I'm very excited about that.
That is wonderful.
Just relaxing.
Yeah, we've had, I'm the inventory and operations manager for a venue in Birmingham, and Jazz Fest, of course, has started back up on the production side. So
All kind of stuff.
we had something like 40 events in the last 30, 45 days. So no, I am very grateful for that.
Some Cava de Oro straight from Mexico.
Oh,
Brought back on my trip. And
beautiful.
Did you smuggle that back, or did you claim? Did you fill out like a claim form?
I claimed some of them.
I'm sure you did.
Some of them.
Some of them.
No.
I ask you, how many you have with you? 2? Come
Sure,
on.
yeah.
That's how many I got, 2. This is a very beautiful tequila. I'm trying to get it imported into Alabama. Working on that currently to serve it at our restaurant.
But I love this.
Yeah.
A little extra shot on top of
So
it.
when you're empty, you still got
Yeah.
That's
little
genius.
tequila. Yeah.
You get a whole 750 milliliters, and that's extra 2 ounces on top.
I wonder if that's why we can't get it.
Probably.
It's probably
It's got too much in there. You can't have it.
exactly.
Wow,
It's one of my favorite tequilas.
it smells fantastic.
Oh man,
That is very smooth. Yeah. And
Some good
not
stuff.
not heavy. That's really cool. Okay, how many bottles did you bring?
That's actually the last one.
Shit.
But
I mean,
like
I'm
I
very
said,
happy for
I'm
you.
trying to get it into the state.
Yes, please.
I will let you know.
how long does something like that take?
Who knows?
Yeah,
I talked to
Years?
the guy yesterday morning, or no, it was this morning. I'm trying to get like a case of the añejo at each restaurant, and then a case of extra añejo. So
Extra.
I'll let
yeah.
you know. It's really good.
Oh shit. That's what I'm talking about.
I want to say it runs $75.
Worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not in terribly insane price, but it's really good.
Part of what I do for Haven, the venue, is I manage the bar. So any excuse to be like, what? More tequila at the
Yeah,
bar.
there you go.
Okay.
Try it out.
Does it slow down a little bit in December, or holiday parties and all that, or?
Holiday parties. October seems to be the most.
Yeah.
It's, starting in that. I don't know. I guess it's an excuse to party. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But then we had a really busy November too, which was great. December's we've got something on New Year's Eve that's gonna be
Huge.
huge,
Yeah.
Awesome.
large and big blowout kind of party. Everything else is pretty subdued. Corporate parties.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone likes each other. Sort of,
Right.
I call that the suck yourself off parties. Like, oh, hey, how you doing? Good to see you again. Like, hey, that motherfucker.
Where's the bar?
Really great to see you.
That's how it goes.
Is that a hosted bar? All right.
I don't like you at work, and now I'm hanging out with you
Yeah.
at night.
Yeah.
Those are always fun.
It's yeah. No, it's nightmare fuel. Just can't deal with it.
It is for sure.
Do you take a sigh of relief after all the events are over? Because I know
Yeah.
October is crazy.
It's brutal. And it's hard to get mad at anyone because everyone's having such a great time, And everyone's, it's your 37th party of the month, and you're like, sounds great. What do you want? Oh, sure. But they're all so happy, At the end, you're like, oh, at least they had a good time.
I feel
Good
that.
for
I feel
y'all.
that. It happens.
I do. It's really cool to the shorter the production, the less of a deep sigh I take.
Yes.
But when it comes to weeks and months of planning and all of the details and getting everything down right at the end of it, it's like, oh, I get to close the folder on that and fuck off now, which is great.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I could only imagine Jazz Fest.
Oh.
Just
It's a lot of fun.
the manpower and
It's huge.
yeah.
It's really impressive. And there's so much that goes into it, and things that I don't, there are layers and layers and layers, and it's really beautiful. And I take one moment during the festival itself, usually on the second Saturday when everything's quiet and nothing's on fire, and just look around and be like, this shit's crazy. Because, we build a whole city.
Yeah.
It takes 3 months to build and it takes 6 months to plan, and it's just, it's stunning, the whole thing.
Once it cools down and you can just grasp it all in.
Well, then we start breaking down and then we start rebuilding for next year.
Right back into it.
Yeah, no, there's 45 minutes in between the two.
I knows all about that.
Not at that level at all. So that's yeah.
No, I mean, I'm sure you.
How many people go to that? Like,
I'm not sure that I would be able to give an accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
thousands and thousands.
yeah, tens of thousands.
Yeah.
If not.
100,000.
Yeah. I think numbers, I mean, Jazz Fest itself has official numbers, and that's why I'm hesitating to answer, because I know that they've got answers that I don't want to speak for. But yeah, it's substantial. And it's just cool upon cool. It's just more shit. What do you want? Delicious food? We got you.
Got everything covered.
Yeah. You want art? Done. You want jazz? Got that too.
When's that happen in the year?
It is it's the last weekend in April and the first weekend in May.
So coming up a few months.
Yeah. I'm down there from the beginning of April until the end of May. I stay there for about 2 months.
Awesome.
And how many years have you?
This is my third.
Okay.
So I'm still a baby. They tolerate me very, very nicely. It's very kind.
We'll have to make a trip down there. Boozy Spirits field trip.
You should.
I've always wanted to go, but never have. But yeah, we need to. Yeah.
They did announce yesterday, I think, with the Rolling Stones.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's some bucket list stuff there. Because they're.
And didn't the Foo Fighters play one year?
They were going to.
They're going to.
Taylor died shortly before.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay, I remember they were announced for something with it.
Yeah, so the Chili Peppers played in their stead, and I think the rest of the band was there.
Yeah.
I did watch the Chili Peppers. I don't usually get to watch anything.
Yeah.
It's not my job to have fun there. You know what I mean? So the Chili Peppers played. So there are photos of Dave Grohl, walking about, that kind of thing.
Yeah, seems like a cool dude.
He does. He seems great.
He's on my bucket list of people to meet.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd. I mean, he seems pretty subdued as a creature.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be one of those like, hey.
Yeah, probably so. I thought it was cool when something happened in L.A. He brought his smoker and started cooking ribs and chicken stuff for all the homeless people.
I saw that.
Like he didn't announce it or nothing. He just showed up, started working. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I don't think he did it for the fame or nothing either. Like I'm just trying to help out. I got nothing else to do.
Oh yeah.
Just come have fun.
Yeah, I think at this point that's how he approaches everything.
Yeah.
At least that's how he seems to approach everything.
Yeah, I would too if I had all his money and just.
I mean, also yes.
He just drips in coolness, though. I mean,
it really does.
Yeah.
It's an issue. We should discuss.
Let's mark that on the list. Field trip
You should. It's super fun.
would be cool. So, what do you think about that tequila?
I like that one. Of the one I've tasted so far, it's my favorite.
Favorite one so far?
That's right.
What would you rate it on the Boozy Spirit scale?
Oh,
Our sophisticated.
gosh.
We only have 2 thumbs, so 2 is kind of the maximum.
That's fair. That's fair. Because of the smoothness,
Yeah.
it's not too thick. I'm going fucking amazing.
There you go.
I
2
like
thumbs
it.
up.
2 thumbs up.
I agree with you.
I agree, too.
Right?
Yeah.
It's hard to measure. I mean, this may be.
This one's pretty good.
I'm still drinking over here, so.
This is our Don Julio barrel pick. We did jalapenos. So it's a reposado. Instead of aging it 8 months, I age it for 10 months.
Why not?
I got a cool little sticker I did on the side of it.
I love that. This was the one that was on the other podcast, right? The
Yes.
with Teddy Swims,
Yes.
who I'm a
Correct.
huge fan of. That's crazy. Talented.
Phenomenal vocals.
Yeah.
Now you want some of that?
Yeah. If y'all are drinking it, hell, I gotta drink it. I'll go back to that.
All the cool kids are doing it.
Justin's had me drinking since 8:30.
Yeah, we did some reviews before you got here.
It makes for a long day.
I had some time to kill, so I came by. We did decorate a Christmas tree with booze, a little minis on it.
We had to empty all those.
Did some reviews.
We drunk those and put them up there.
You know, I appreciate your dedication.
Somebody's
It's
got
the
to do it.
investment. You know, yeah. It's necessary, and
Try.
not all heroes wear capes. But if you keep drinking, you may wear one.
Might wear a poncho.
See, this one's got a little more kick on the nose.
Yeah, it's not as sweet as the Cava de Oro.
Not as good as the other. I think you started out so strong.
I started out strong.
You did. I mean,
I went
I'm not
back.
mad at
I
it.
went backwards. I went from Añejo to Reposado, so that was my bad.
I ain't mad at it.
I was excited about the Cava de Oro though.
I like it.
It's a good pour. So what else you got going on, Soapy? You got some new productions coming up with a Pink Box.
Ooh, I do. Let's see. So December 6th is our last show of our 16th season, which is this year. And it's the day after Prohibition Repeal Day.
Awesome.
So it's all about liquor, which is convenient. So each performer has taken one or two that they love, or feel strongly about. Maybe is a better way to put that. All the standards: gin, rum, tequila, vodka, bourbon, red wine, etc. And they've built acts out of them. So
Awesome.
we're doing 2 shows. It's at Adios in Birmingham, which if you haven't been, you should 100% go.
That's a cool place.
Beautiful. Their selection is crazy.
Some good cocktails.
Great cocktails, great bartenders. The folks who run it and manage it I've known them for years, and they're very wonderful human beings. So yeah, all around, like, just one of my favorite places. But so we've got 2 shows there, one at 7 and one at 9, and they're 2 different shows.
Cool.
So that's the game we're playing now.
December the 6th.
December the 6th. Yep. Tickets on sale at pinkboxburlesque.com.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I have to go to that field trip over there too.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Let's do it. Let's plan it.
So they just jump up on top of the bar, do the show, or just walking around, or
All of that.
everything
Yeah.
progresses as the night goes.
Usually we have guidelines, especially with the bar shows, because we do theater shows and we do bar shows.
Okay, yeah.
And so usually there's some sort of boundary. We talk with management ahead of time. We're like, what can we do? What can't we do? The Marble Ring has a bathtub. We can get in, that kind of thing. And we've known Jose and Yvonne since they were at the Marble Ring, which has been several years. So at this point, I walked in. I said, okay, so he said, you can get on the bar. You can get in the chairs. I don't care. If you can reach it, you can get onto it. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to tell the performers that.
Yeah. I go a little crazy.
We're just going to ease into that one. But yeah, there's this recess in the bar that you can sit on. So they do. And then there are boxes, and we have cubes and boxes and things. All sorts of things that people can get on.
I've never been to one of the bar shows. I've been to a couple of theater ones, but bar one sounds more fun.
They're more intimate.
Yeah.
We're certainly closer.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, proximity. And the band, in that space, the band gets to tuck into this corner that acoustically hits both of the sides
cool.
of the building. So it sounds really good.
As they got like the kind of L shape set up there, don't they?
Yeah. And there's all these plants to absorb the noise, and the bar is made of marble. It's really very cool.
Put that
Yeah.
on the list, Matt. Go check that out.
Yeah. December the 6th.
December the 6th. We have at 7 and at 9.
9 probably be crazier.
9 is always crazier. We have this joke that the 7 o'clock crowd is always the golf clap. They're always like, thank you so much. That's a really good show. Thank you. And then the 9 o'clock is the one that I have to beat down with a stick. I'm like, y'all simmer down. We have to, we have to do a show. But sometimes they surprise you. Sometimes the 7 o'clock is rowdy, and the 9 o'clock is, I don't know, they need a nap or something. Past their bedtime.
I will definitely come check that out.
You should. It's fun.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
Who's driving?
Nikki.
Okay. Good call.
About 3 tickets.
perfect.
So you got to get in character for that for Mama Dixie, or you just come natural.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, isn't she really just me?
So just that's all I'm saying. Is it just who you are?
Isn't it just? I think for a long time, Mama Dixie, and most of the characters, the performers themselves, the character starts as a thing you can put whatever you want into.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point you just go, I mean, why don't I just do this on a Tuesday?
Yeah.
So it's this neat transition, watching people become their characters.
That's cool.
You have to
Right.
just remind them to wear street
There's a lot
legal
like
clothing.
how like the world's changed too though. Like
Oh yeah.
I know like I won't say 10 years ago, like I had to cover my tattoos up on my sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just got full sleeves, like nobody cares anymore.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure a lot with that. The burlesque world kind of, like you said, it's not a persona now. It's just, hey, this is who I am all the time.
That's what I do. This is what I am. Well, and internally for them, there's a lot of sort of wall destroying as they start to, who is this character? What does this character do? Usually I just say it's you, but louder, which is probably true about me too. I think once I get on a microphone, I'm just like, oh, I can say some ridiculous shit.
Yeah.
Everyone will hear me.
Get some booze in you. You're commanding the crowd.
Oh yeah, that's always tricky. So my favorite drink is a tequila and orange juice with green olives, which is upsetting to most people.
Interesting. Let me try that out. I'll try it. It sounds weird, but I'll try it.
It's a lot like a margarita, right?
Yeah.
You've got the citrus and you've got a salty, and really for me it was that I wanted to drink, but I wanted to snack. So that worked out, but I can't drink it when I'm singing because the orange juice fucks with your vocal cords.
Huh.
Yeah.
The acidity of it.
That and just the material in it.
Yeah.
Because it's viscous. Not a word you would use to describe orange juice, but here we are.
Did you make that cocktail yourself? Or is that something you saw somewhere? Because I've never heard that before. That's very unique.
I made it myself, and then once people started giving me shit about it, I started researching it.
Yeah.
And was like, oh, I'm not the only one. It's a Mexican martini is what it's called.
Huh. I've never heard that before.
No, and I had to dig pretty far down
It's in a deep web.
for some sort of vindication.
Write that down for I forget.
But it's, I used to get just a tequila and orange juice. I didn't want the sunrise because you can keep your grenadine bullshit. But no offense to all grenadine drinkers out there. You're just wrong.
You put the juice from the olives or just olives?
Just olives. You can make it dirty, and I will. Yeah.
Everything's good dirty.
Exactly. But I have to gauge the bartender because if I ask for it and they give me the...
Yeah.
I've had some outright refuse. They won't do it.
Really?
Or they'll do a tequila and orange juice and they'll give me olives and a glass on the side, which is weird because now you have to wash 2 glasses.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't care. But, stand by your principles, I guess.
You're drinking this tonight, aren't you? I can go ahead and
Probably. Yeah, well, I'm at work tonight.
It's so good.
I already wrote down the Soapy. I might put it on the damn menu.
Yes, please. It will be the lowest selling drink on your cocktail menu. Because once people taste it, for the most part, they're like, "Oh, I get it."
I get it,
right?
yeah, but
and
it's
it
weird.
does. It tastes like a margarita.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't put Soapy martini. They were like, that has soap in it.
Soapy.
Call it the Mama
confusing.
Dixie.
Oh, that's fair. I'll take that. I think I asked for olives in it once because I wanted to snack. Like I legitimately was looking at them and was like, the only way I can get some of those is if I put it in the drink.
Smart.
I was at a bar that they would have tolerated any sort of nonsense I asked for. So they were like, all right, weirdo, here's your
Whatever you want.
fucking olives.
That's how we are. Jalapenos, whatever you want. I don't care.
Exactly. Just sure. Which I appreciate.
You want grilled jalapenos in your margarita? Whatever.
Now I kind of do.
Yeah, no, I just made that up. That sounds
It
good.
does
too.
sound good.
Fantastic. Write that down too. That was
Grilled
amazing.
jalapeno margarita.
Yeah.
That does sound pretty good. I'll
Yeah,
throw
it
that
does.
one. Coming up with all kind of whole brand new cocktail menu.
I'm here to help. Yeah. But I have had bartenders outright refuse.
That is crazy.
Yeah. I couldn't even imagine somebody saying no to
To my
something
attitude.
you wanted to that too.
Yeah, it's both. I mean, I've had people, they'll call, like, manager, bartender, call or text me, like, hey, can we do X, Y, or Z? I'm like, whatever they want.
Yeah.
Just figure out whatever to charge them and whatever they want. I don't care.
And that's my thing. I mean, it's a garnish.
Yeah.
I'll happily pay extra. I think that would be weird, but I'll do it.
I mean, whatever floats your boat.
Not here to be mad at you.
You want to come try those tonight, Matt?
If I can talk Nikki into it, yeah. Because we have no plans. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I probably need to tie one on tonight
That's fair.
to deal with family tomorrow.
Yeah, what are y'all doing for Thanksgiving?
Like any Thanksgiving, we're going to my wife's house, her family's.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That sounds fun.
in Clanton, Alabama.
Oh, peaceful.
So, yeah, it is.
Quiet.
He'll be calling me trying to do a podcast later.
I don't have cell service there. It'll have to be like Wi-Fi or something. Yeah, I will. And I'll watch some videos, and that's it.
That's not bad.
But it is peaceful.
Yeah.
Eat too much, hang out. That's about it.
What's your Thanksgiving plans?
Nothing. Absolutely
Beautiful.
nothing. Yeah.
Do y'all have a meal that you eat on Thanksgiving, or?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
We really, because it's one of the few days that I have off
Yeah.
every
Mhm.
year.
Yeah.
Right? And not necessarily because I want it off, but because nobody else is working. So
That's
I'm like,
right.
all right, guess I'll just sit here.
That is so beautiful and true.
Right? I'm like, all right, I guess we're not talking today. Cool. So yeah, we wake up in the morning. This is true for Christmas Day too. We wake up in the morning and find some terrible movie series,
Yeah.
and we just put on the first one and let it ride for the rest of the day, which means that at any point you'll be entertained or horrified.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's life. So
I like it.
someone will decide at some point that maybe they want to make something or not.
Where you
We
go,
might
Waffle
eat
House?
it or not. We've been to the Waffle House. We've gone to get Chinese. We've eaten cereal, right? It's
Yeah.
Whatever.
yeah, it really is one of those like, I don't know. Let's see what happens.
I like it.
I like it
Yeah.
too.
That's what I always tell people, like tradition and stuff is just peer pressure from dead people.
Yeah,
Like we gotta have these X, Y, and Z meals. I'm like, no, you don't. Let's
don't.
eat pizza.
yeah. You don't
Don't
have
matter.
That's true.
No, but we end up eating all that shit anyway, though.
to. And that's the thing.
Everybody argues and fights over who's making what.
I think I don't like turkey too. I mean, I'm sorry to admit that.
Yeah.
That's a truth about me. I don't like turkey, which means that Food Day, which is what I call Thanksgiving, Food Day is sort of, everybody loves the turkey.
That's what
Yeah.
Soapy, when I was texting her, she's like, "What about the day before Food Day?" I'm like, "The fuck is that?"
Food Day.
then before I was fixing to text you. I was like, "Oh, okay, I got it."
It makes
I like
sense.
it.
That's it.
That's
you
it.
know.
It's just Food Day.
It's Food Day.
You want
The
some more of
history
this
of
Cavo?
it is, yeah, please.
Might as well finish her.
The history of the day is complicated and full of colonization and some really terrible
You can take
things.
that one home with you.
Oh my God, I will.
Take the topper.
But I get the sentiment of gathering together with people you like and like making sure they're eating.
Eating way too much
It's
and
like a snack check.
20 desserts.
I'm a really big fan of snacks. I don't know if that's
Same.
become obvious.
You give me the empty bottle? Thanks.
You got some left in there.
This is so cool. I'm going to put it on my tree. My tree for Stuff Day. That's what Christmas Day is.
Stuff Day.
Stuff Day.
I like it.
Because you get stuff.
Start using that. Food Day and Stuff Day.
Food Day, Stuff Day. Valentine's Day is Chocolate Day.
Got a whole soapy scale over here. I like it.
I like it. Yeah.
Easter is Pastel Cookie Day. 4th of July is Explosion Day.
What about St. Patty's Day?
My birthday.
That was your birthday. Awesome.
So that's what it's called.
That's right. It's my birthday. It's the day that I don't have to wear green because it's my birthday.
Birthday.
Come for me.
It can be the Boozy Spirits Day.
Ooh, I like that.
We're talking about doing a festival too, actually.
That would be a great idea. Tell me more about that.
Get Lucky Festival.
That's so cool. You should do that.
Kind of like
I want to
a
help. Let me know how I
Yeah.
can help.
downtown, like a craft beer festival. Go in,
Music.
music,
Mm-hmm.
get some drinks from the local, restaurants around bars, kind of so everybody doesn't lose out on money because we shut the street
That's
down or whatever we have to do.
Only thing is Sunday this year, which is great.
Yeah.
But I think the next year is like on a Monday, St. Patrick's Day. And then you do it the week before. What do you do?
You can do it on the 15th, and then it's the Ides of March.
There you go.
Yeah.
Still
Soapy
in.
figures it out.
What do you want? You want to have a party? I will. I will help you have a party. Whatever you need, we will have a party. I realized that about myself. I didn't know that about myself. I think that's the only way I go to parties.
Yeah.
Good is
To make sure everybody else has fun.
Yeah. Are you having a good time at the party? Great. Cool.
Like, can I get another drink? Like, this is not my damn party. I'm just,
Not my party. Talk to them.
I
What
was
do
just
you need?
checking on you. I get that too, being in the restaurant industry. Like, you'll be somewhere like, you want some more?
Yeah,
Like, I don't fucking work here, but like, your glass is empty. Like,
but I'll get it.
yeah, I'll get you something.
Yeah.
Go find you something.
Yeah.
I can't not do it.
Yeah, I get that.
Going to other people's productions is even harder.
Oh, I bet.
You know, you see it. You can feel it.
It is true.
Start looking at everything like, oh, that's bad and that's not good. And like,
Yeah.
that mixes off.
And I'm a logistics person.
Mhm.
So for me, it's about rhythm and timing and order of operations. And I'm not a decor person. I do not pretend to be a decor person. But I will tell you when you should put it up. I'll tell you in what order you need to put it up and how quickly you need to take it down.
And that's huge. I mean, that is huge.
It makes me, I think, intolerable to some people.
You think?
Micromanage.
It's possible. It's very possible.
But a lot of production people need somebody to tell them when and where
Yeah.
and when to take it down.
Please take it down.
Yeah.
Walking around aimlessly, just getting paid to do nothing.
Oh, yeah. Well, and decor people are that creative side of it.
Mm-hmm.
And they tend to see the whole thing in image. It's very hard to find someone who can do both.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do decor. I can pick a really good color for your uplighting. That's my jam. I'll get you that RGB code. What you need.
Text it to you.
That's beautiful.
That's it. Here's your,
Here's your code.
turn that white all the way up. What are we doing?
What you got going on with the left-hand soap? How's that going in Birmingham?
It's good. It's, people are dirty. And that works out for me in so many ways. It's a theme.
I think I showed somebody that the other day. What's the hashtag line on it, on the soap?
It's go get dirty.
Go get dirty? Okay, that's. She was like, that's brilliant. I was like, yeah, never heard.
is.
She had never heard of him before. I'm like, really?
Oh,
It
yeah.
used to be like right around the corner downtown. I'm like, come on,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And we're online. So we're everywhere.
everywhere now.
I'm sitting in your den right now. Moving all your shit.
In people's showers.
4 inches to the right. Yeah, I always giggle when somebody will walk out the door and be like, I'll be thinking about you in the shower. Yeah, you will. You can count on that.
Probably get that a lot.
I do.
Like a dad joke.
It is. We always, on busy days or on markets or whatever, we always play event bingo. And that's one of the things. I'll be thinking about you in the shower. Thank you. Why is it called left hand? You know, what do I do with my right hand? Don't ask me open-ended questions, sir. So
Love it.
smart.
It is awesome marketing.
It is awesome.
Thank you.
And you're a marketing guy.
I am.
So
Not really, but I am.
I mean,
in your second life.
Yeah.
I saw all those pictures. I think you are.
It was like
Graphics.
boozy spirits full
Yeah.
of BS. Just fit.
It's perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have no marketing degree or nothing, but I think it's just,
But you like to drink.
yeah.
And you figure shit out.
I'm good with graphics and coming up with weird, unique stuff, so
You're a
that
natural.
helps. hmm
I like that.
Creative. That's more the creative stuff. 'Cause I know Matt sometimes we'll say something and like 5 minutes later I'm sending him a video. He's like, how the hell did you come up with this? I was like, I don't know, it just popped in my head. It came up in my mind.
I'm an accountant, so I don't get that shit.
You're an accountant. I feel like that's maybe an understatement. How's everything here for you? How's your world?
This has been our best year ever.
I love that.
I mean, it's crazy, and we've got our best staff that we've ever had. So
Nice.
I never thought I'd say that, but we have a great staff. I mean, we truly do have, and it's hard to keep people
Oh, yeah.
Fuck all those
in this
prior
world
year stuff.
because it's so, you're busy as shit in October. December, you're slow. January, you're a lot of
Dead.
times dead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So those people still have to eat.
Snacks. Get back to snacks. This is always the issue. Full disclosure, my son works for you. I mean, I know you know that.
He
but
does, and
He might not know that.
Oh, I know. I know. He does a great job.
Oh, that's good. to
He
hear.
has grown so much as a leader.
Good.
So, I mean, it's impressive.
That was my mom face. Did you see that? I was like, very good. I appreciate that. No, he really enjoys it, and it's a good challenge. So
I know he probably cusses us on game days, game weekends.
he's too tired to
But
cuss anybody.
he gets a really good check those weeks.
Oh yeah, no, he doesn't say anything. I usually don't see him. We pass in the night because I'm usually home at 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
He's either already gone to sleep or he gets in right after me.
Yeah.
So we just pass in the night.
Some late nights being dirty at the Soapin.
Yeah. Well, that and the events and rehearsals and
Everything.
yeah, it all sort of jumbles together. It's really-
I'm excited about the 6th. Definitely going.
When's your next show in Tuscaloosa? You got anything lined up?
We will be at Nocturnal Tavern sometime in February. I don't
Okay.
think that we have settled on a day yet because we do Rocky Horror Picture Show as a Valentine's show in Birmingham because we do it here in October.
I missed the one here in October. I was out of town.
Oh, it
I
was fun.
I was fucking bummed.
We had a bunch of extra shit happen. It was like,
Damn it.
we raise the bar every year.
Damn it. It's been 2 or 3 years since I've been to it.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to go this year, then we ended up being out of town, so I missed it.
Were you doing fun things out of town?
Yeah, I was in Mexico.
Oh, then, yeah. Well, then thank you. I have
good
no
excuse.
grievance with you, sir. None at all. Yeah. So sometime in February, we've been trying to be with them at Nocturnal once a quarter, just to really. I love that building. I love them.
We were just talking about that place earlier. Yeah, before you got here.
Yeah, it's a great space.
Such
And
a cool vibe.
It is. They've done Scott did such a great job, and they're all running it so beautifully in his absence. So
Yep.
yeah, it's hard to not love it. And we've been performing in that building for 15 years.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
So going back is like going home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So
Do you have a theme set up yet, or
it'll be, I think we've been talking about it being an anti-Valentine's Day show.
anti-chocolate?
That would be.
The anti-chocolate, you can still eat
Anti-chocolate
chocolate.
day. No chocolate day, which I guess means that we're all wearing green instead of pink. I don't know.
Just confuse the shit out of people when they show up to the Valentine's show and everybody's in green. And
That's right. Just to twist the knife a little. You know. Yeah, I don't know. Usually we sit down as a troupe at some point 6 to 8 weeks before the show and say, all right, so where do you want to take this theme?
Yeah.
You know, what does this mean to you? And sometimes it's hard to predict. You know, we'll have a couple of sweet ones, sweet, and then everyone's like, what if I stab people? Are you doing it mostly naked? Yeah, okay, then we're good.
We're good.
It's fine.
so how many people you have on the troupe, you called it? At the
The
technical
troupe.
term?
Yeah, that's what we are, a troupe. 8 plus me.
Okay, awesome.
So, and then the band, right? So the band is.
So that's
So-
the same 8 that's been for a while, or is it changed?
We've had the same core 3
Okay.
for a while. The others are newer. One of them is a transplant. He lives in Memphis, and so he
Okay.
comes down to perform. And then, yeah, we did auditions early this year, January, I think. I don't know. And got a whole new crop,
Awesome.
of which about half have stayed.
Cool. Where do you get your ideas from shows? Just from your brain hole or
Tequila.
tequila? You go like visit other places, Vegas and whatnot, to get some ideas what they're doing, or you just
I
come up
don't.
with stuff?
Intentionally, I don't.
Just whatever life throws at you.
Yeah, it's usually what's coming. The performers come up with, we all sit down and it's collaborative. We want it to be collaborative.
Yeah.
And so they, throughout the year, we just keep a running list. But I intentionally don't go. I don't want to poach.
I got you. Yeah.
And it's such a close-knit community, and we all interact with each other pretty heavily. And there's a lot of, intellectual property protection and making sure that we're respecting each other's space. And so
It's awesome.
Are there other groups in Alabama, or are y'all obviously you're the main one.
we are the oldest. There is Top Shelf in Birmingham. There is another one that may still be in Mobile. I haven't heard much of them. And
I saw some crazy fuckers in Mobile and Mardi Gras. Might have been them.
Yeah, no, that's just Mardi Gras. That's just Mobile.
I was also on some edibles too, so
Oh, no, that was
it
just
could
you
have been,
then.
it could have just been normal people.
And then Basement Burlesque is in Florence. They've been around maybe 10 years now at
Okay.
this point.
I've never heard any of those except for y'all. So
Yeah, we're the loudest for sure, and the oldest, which means that we've had longer to establish.
for sure.
But, we're a bit more rigid about our rehearsal schedules and structure, and some might call us militaristic.
But it pays off though.
It does. I think so. The band is killer. And they tolerate all of my bullshit, which is very nice. And the performers really rise to the occasion. So it's impressive.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking about Vegas because we went and saw I think it was Absinthe, the show they had at Caesar's Palace. I don't know if you ever seen that.
I haven't. What'd you think of it?
It was fucking phenomenal.
That's fantastic.
Like, they're always cool shows, but like that one, it blew me away because it was raunchy. They got into the crowd a lot. It was kind of how y'all do it. It was a real intimate setting.
Yeah.
They pulled one mom up on stage and was like humping her telling her son he needed to hump her for do something. Like, it was, the dad's over there like, yeah.
Yeah, that's always.
They're
my
like, you're
favorite
gonna
one.
need therapy. It was pretty cool.
There's therapists out front. I'm like, welcome. I understood you were pulled up on the stage. Let's chat about it.
Do you ever lose your temper on
In-
something like that?
In the world?
Yeah. In a work related.
In a work-related event.
Because I can't see. I mean, I'm sure you do, but we all do.
We do. It's true. I work very hard not to because I know that when I get angry, I get big, and that's unpleasant for people. So I try and I think there are two different flavors of angry, right? There's my like, I would really like that to be different right now kind of angry, which does translate a lot like that.
Yep.
But then occasionally I'll get to my like, I have been frustrated for far too long in this moment, mad.
Yep.
And she's louder. So I try not to bring her out.
Wait till after the performances to jump on everybody.
I did at the last show. We have a very strict rule about photography. We don't allow it. Right? Okay. And it has to do with the agency and the autonomy of the performers and making sure that people are there to enjoy the show, not to just capture it for their own edification later. I mean, that's what your brain is for.
So Boozy Spirits be audio only show.
That's right.
Outside in the parking lot.
I mean, we could probably set up a situation for y'all. I've arranged for weirder shit, but we could totally do it. But there was a guy who sort of halfway through the last show took a photo, and he was at my direct line of sight.
Oh shit!
And I was in the middle of a tune, and it's not an easy tune. I was doing "Put a Spell on You," the sort of a cover of the Alice Smith version, which is just this like breathtaking event that means that I have to forget everything else out there exists. And came to just long enough to see him snap the picture. And I made eye contact with security, but I couldn't get them to understand what I was. I can only do so many hand motions while I'm trying to do this tune. And so I ended up, after the tune, turning and looking at Jonathan Harms, who is our guitar player and our music director, and saying, all right, y'all need to play something. I'll be right back. And Harms was like, oh, okay, all right, we're going to, and looked at the other two, and they picked up, some jazz standard they do really well, and I marched my ass down the stairs and into the walkway and leaned on his chair and said, "Say, did you take a picture in the last act?" And he said, "I mean, it was just a Snapchat for my wife because whatever." And I said, "Okay, cool. So if you do that again, you're gonna have to leave." And he said, "No, I'm really sorry." He's very apologetic. He was a sweet man, and security standing behind me, which makes me look meaner. And so I said, "We're cool, man. Just do me a solid. Don't do it again." And he said, "Mm-hmm." And it was in that moment that I realized that I had become a mother very quickly. That I had in that moment been like, "Did you not clean your room today? I'm gonna need you to get on that." Yeah. So,
which is a good way to approach it too, instead of grabbing them security or cussing them out or whatever. Kind of
no. I mean, the goal
belittle
is
him.
and that's it's easy to turn it bad really quickly. And the goal is to de-escalate and to remove the situation. And if I do it right, then the performer doesn't even know until after the show. Right? I don't want them to stress about it.
You don't want to shut down the show and everybody's looking. Then everybody pulls their phones out because somebody's getting their ass beat or stabbed.
Yeah, see, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
This isn't the part where you stab somebody. That's next act.
Sorry.
That's at 9.
Shit. Okay, hold it. I have, when they get heckling, it's usually directed at me. That's part of my job, is to receive that.
Yeah.
And so generally I have a particular irritation with "shut up and take your top off." Or just "take your top off," which tends to be screamed a lot at those 9 o'clock shows. And usually it's pointed at me. And so I'll be like, Yeah, see, no, now you fucked it for everybody. Yeah, I was going to later,
Nobody's getting it.
but you fucked it for everybody.
Nice.
And then I sort of let them crowd control themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
y'all work that out.
That was one of the best crowd control things I've seen was at Dave Chappelle. He was doing because you have to lock your phone up in a little baggie. You know, same thing for you. Like you're paying money to enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Plus, he's like, I'm gonna say some shit I don't want out. I don't want on YouTube.
Yeah.
So everybody's phone's locked up. Somebody up top's heckling. Like they even say before the show, you know, no heckling, blah blah blah. Somebody's yelling. Dave Chappelle. You can tell probably how you were. He's trying to do his bit. And he's like, "What?" And then you hear somebody. Ah. He's like, "Shut the fuck up! You're so damn high. I can't even hear your ass. You're in the cheap seats."
Yeah.
Just called him out, and he's like, "Security, get that motherfucker out of here!" Like,
Nobody listening to nosebleeds. Mm-mm. You didn't pay enough for me to hear
yeah,
you.
exactly.
Yeah, sorry.
And then there's a couple people when we were there. They were trying to. This was actually in Vegas. It was Dave Chappelle and Joe Rogan. They were trying to rip the case open and take pictures. Of like, dude, like you just paid as much money as I did to be here. Like, enjoy it.
That's so weird to me.
Yeah. Why are you gonna try to get like? I'd love to have a picture and stuff, but that's the rules. You're gonna follow the rules.
I have the memory of a goldfish, right? I forget things very quickly. I always have people's faces. I could see you at the grocery store 20 minutes from now and be like, we met somewhere.
Didn't I
I'm
know
just terrible at it. It is voices I can do really well, but faces I'm just awful at. And so I'm not going to remember. I'm not going to remember the show.
Yeah.
That has no value judgment on the show itself. I just had the memory of a goldfish. I don't want to take a picture either. Don't be a dick.
Yeah, especially if you say not to.
Yeah.
Like if you say you can take pictures and video, like okay, but if you say explicitly don't do it, like
don't do it.
Don't come in.
No.
or at least
You're gonna do that.
at least be less obvious, just not like
And that's it.
over here.
And Dave Chappelle goes as far as to put everything in Faraday cages,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Like there, it's all away, and
Yeah.
y'all, it's not like he just thought about this morning.
Oh, yeah.
he's on it. I will say that I will get more angry during production. This is a really funny story. I find it funny. I don't know if anybody else does. Of the first year that I was at Jazz Fest, I had asked someone on our team to do something, and they sort of blew me off. And it was a stressful sort of few days where things weren't going right in general, and I had a lot more responsibility on my shoulders than initially planned. And so I had said, "Hey, can we do this?" And he kind of blew me off. So in order to gain the momentum to walk from where I was to the building that I had to go to, which was probably 0.2 of a mile away, I'm just motherfucking just stomping my ass, just so fucking mad, just stupid and just going until someone from one of the other departments rolls up in their car, rolls his window down and says, "Hey, would you like a ride?" And I was like, "Motherfucker, yes, I would. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Yeah, that'd be great." Hopped in the car. We had a lovely casual conversation, just, riding along. We get to the front of the building. I open the door. He says, "All right, see you later." I said, "Thanks." Shut the door. I was like, "Stupid God, fuck it," and just marched, and then marched all the way back. And that's usually how that. I'm a cartoon character at that point. Yeah, it's fun.
It's pretty good. I like it.
That's-
Should get it handled.
I did as well as it could have been handled. It was one of those, one of those unexpected moments when you have a plan and then someone says, "Oh, by the way, we have this whole other room that needs to be dealt with," right? Just you're like, "Oh yeah, cool. Oh, something that right now," and you won't even. Sure. Mm-hmm.
Throw a kink in the whole operation.
Every time. And you're starting to figure out, like, what equipment are you redistributing? What staff are you redistributing? Who's going to be willing to do that bullshit as opposed to this bullshit? Like, which one of those? So, yeah,
awesome.
It worked out well. But it was very funny.
Like a cartoon character walking down the street, cussing.
Oh, God.
You can see where there's a lot of pressure in that,
Oh, yeah.
especially on the fly like that when you got to change something or add something.
Oh, for sure. Well, and I get very focused. I have that production voice. I cut out all of the niceties that I
Just
don't.
get right down to
I
business.
don't generally
You got
have in
to,
my voice
yeah.
anyway. But it is just, path. We're doing this.
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
No.
Can we
What's
get
the rest of this?
Yeah,
bit?
let her get a drink first.
She's got a whole drink. Can you give us a a line from the chorus of "Put a Spell on You"?
That's a tough one.
I don't know. You said that earlier, and that's all I was thinking about. I was like, I want to hear how that sounds.
So that one's tough that version is tough to do because it's a lot of.
I'm not even sure what version it is. I'm not sophisticated enough to know. All I know is the Hocus Pocus version.
Oh, that's fair. Alice Smith did a version.
I'm sure I've heard it at some point, maybe.
And it's based upon an older version of the tune that is very anguished. Right? There's a lot of gnashing of teeth and wailing, and it's a tough one to get from into the middle of. But I don't.
Now I'm super intrigued.
Yeah, it's a beautiful tune. Did you see Lovecraft Country?
No.
Did you see? No, it's on that soundtrack. It's during a particularly impressive.
Right in my notes.
Saying, yeah.
That name sounds familiar, but I don't think I've seen that.
Lovecraft Country.
How long does it take you to get into character when you're doing a show?
When I'm doing a show,
Is it natural?
Yeah. So that's tough. That's a hard answer. It's a hard question to answer. I'm sorry. I'm going to say this real quick. I keep getting distracted by how great the couch is behind you.
It's a good couch.
I love that couch, and it matches my blow pop, and I'm happy about it.
So we're opening a new place. It's going to be original music.
Mm-hmm.
That's the style. So we're storing stuff now.
That's exciting.
You have to walk around the warehouse before you leave and look at all the cool stuff that he's got.
Yes, please. It's based on that couch. We're good.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm going to sleep on that couch at some point.
That's what we talked about earlier. Like, if the podcast don't work out, we'll just put some beds in here and we'll just come drink and sleep and wake up the next day and go back to work.
That would be awful. Oh, no. Wait, so what was your question? Bring me back.
I don't know.
You don't remember?
That was a good question.
How long does it take
How
you
long
to
does it
get
take me to get
into
into
character?
character?
There you go.
That was
Good
me
job.
doing it. Just got distracted by the
She's
couch.
there now.
That's me. I'm here. It doesn't. I've honed it over the years. It used to take me a long ass time.
I can imagine.
Costuming and
Yeah.
mindset and remembering everything. And I'm participating in what is considered a pretty big faux pas in performance and production, where I am the MC and I'm a performer and I'm a singer and I'm the stage manager. And so
A lot of hats to balance.
yeah, and
And you're sober this whole time?
I mean, I'm sober at the beginning. Okay. Start sober. Doesn't every day start sober.
I think it's a cool aspect about it too, though, because like the show I've seen you come out there, introduce, talk about it, then later you're like, hey, that's the same person we just saw earlier. Now she's doing something different.
Yeah.
Now she's singing. Like, it's pretty cool.
Now I'm singing.
Now she's
occasionally.
yelling at us.
Yeah, I do that. Motherfucking. And I'll tease. I'll really whatever is necessary. But it's a no-no because you've got too many hats to wear.
Mm-hmm.
As a vocalist, I should really only be the vocalist.
Yeah.
Or as the MC, I should really only be there should be three other people.
Yeah.
Nope.
But you pull it off well, though.
Thank you.
I don't know if it's an internal stressful struggle, but
Yeah.
like I said, the couple shows I've seen, I've never been like, oh, she's screwing up that, like, just flows right into it. You wouldn't even know.
Oh, that's good. I think that's what that's the mindset I have to get into is the fuck it, it's going to go this way.
Yeah, it's just going to go with the flow.
That's what's going to happen.
I like it.
And I'll, the rest of it's improv, I have to just do. And I am very lucky that I am surrounded, the band, my bandmates.
Is there a lot of improv?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm sure you have a lot more than everybody else.
I mean,
Just
even-
because you're wearing so many different hats.
Yeah. I mean, even the performers, right? They work really hard to build blocking and choreography and the storyline and costuming. Like, there's a lot that goes into it. But ultimately, what we say is something's going to go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's going to be where you wanted to be. You're going to have a costume malfunction. Something's going to happen.
Heckler.
Yeah, someone's
crap.
going to fuck it up. And it's your job to not break the illusion, because that's what we're offering the audience is this moment of peace. And so, they do a lot. The band, all of them know me well enough.
Mm-hmm.
They hold me up when I fuck up, which is very kind of them. And they're all, very well versed in improv themselves. So me being able to say that performer didn't finish when they were planning on finishing.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to do one more time around the form, and it's yours because I'm done.
Yeah.
Or, I'll come in. That conversation, that nonverbal conversation can happen very quickly. And that's a skill.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They're all trained, and
that's what I was thinking.
Really
I've seen a lot of comedians, and you can tell when they get a heckler or something happens and they can't handle it, and it fuck up their whole set. Or you get some people that just keep rolling with it, like Chappelle was, like, "Hey, shut the fuck up." Okay, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Hey, Scary, get him out of here. Like, just improv, going with it instead of like, what was I talking about, guys? Like,
right.
Which I think, like you said, you just have to kind of roll with it and go.
Natural.
You have to, which means believing that the environment is safe, that it's predictable in the ways that you need it to be predictable.
Yeah.
I trust my staff. I trust my cast. I trust my crew. I trust my bandmates. And that's how it has to be.
And security, of course. So if something gets out of hand, they're going to back you up.
We've worked with the same security company for a decade.
Awesome.
So
all that goes hand in hand, like you said. So you feel safe in your environment, so you can just roll with the punches.
yeah, and they know me from working events with me. So when it comes to these, they know what I expect.
Yeah.
And that's what it takes. And then it's my responsibility to make sure everybody else feels safe. Right? I'm
Mama Dixie.
mostly me and tequila.
A little extra at the end of the night, maybe.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think we both get that being business owners ourselves.
It is.
Roll with the punches.
Yep. You got to. I mean, seriously, you just take whatever life gives you, and you got to make the best of it. Sometimes that sucks. Sometimes your decision sucks, but
Yeah.
it's your decision. Live with it.
Just roll with it.
Yeah. And then you learn from it.
You do.
And then next time you're like, oh, no, I tried that last
Didn't
time.
work out. Do something different.
That was not good. And me now versus me 16 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Completely.
Yeah. I'm much more flexible and pliable now. And that's, it's a gift.
Oh yeah. Always evolving and learning instead of being complacent.
Hopefully, if I'm doing it right.
Is there a favorite venue you like to play at? And I know that's kind of,
That's tough.
you don't want to, but I'm sure there is a place that you'd rather.
I will say that the Bama Theater feels like home to us. Nocturnal feels like home to us. I've truly enjoyed Adios, and hopefully will continue to. It's just so fucking pretty. Marble Ring was cool because of the aesthetic. Tough to get into for the stairs, but worth it once we got there. Saturn is an amazing venue. The sound, the lighting, all of that is breathtaking. But the real of Saturn is the green room. The green room is amazing, and is
I've heard that.
like sleeps 12. I've slept there multiple times.
That's awesome.
There's a pool table and showers, and it's full service.
And you can tell when somebody in the business designs that.
Oh yeah, and that seemed to be the motivation.
Yeah.
Was put everything in it that Brian Scott Teasley would want while he was traveling. Yeah.
You have to get Soapy's input when you do your green room over at Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about it. I've got thoughts. I've got so many
I
thoughts.
like it.
Yeah. How is Sanctuary going? I've been watching the photos.
It's slow, very slow.
Yeah.
It's finally picking up steam, though.
It is. It is. We have people coming next week for plumbing and electrical.
Nice.
So we got to do all new electrical, all new plumbing,
Ooh,
sprinkler system. But it's going to have a capacity of about 800 all throughout the building.
that's beautiful.
So 400 outside, 220 inside, and a little small event space with about 180. So
Oh, that's nice.
yeah.
I like that a lot. I
That
mean,
might be a new
maybe-
venue for the Pink
I
Box.
was going to say, maybe you need a burlesque troupe.
No,
I think it does.
I think we do. And it's going to be original music, and that's what we want.
Oh, nice.
So that's,
And I think the vibe of it, too, fits them.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that couch. Let's talk about that couch. I'm a sucker for a good high back.
And it gives me and Nikki a chance to go shopping.
Oh, no.
And I love thrift stores.
That's awful.
We could do
Antique
another
places.
whole podcast about all the shit they got over here in the warehouse.
We ain't good.
They're like American pickers. We'll just follow Soapy around and get her opinion on it.
Exactly. It's on FaceTimer every time.
When are we doing this? Oh, yeah, I have several of those couches, some of which I can let go.
Uh-oh.
I like.
I'm just saying.
I like.
You have a venue that you haven't played at that you wish to play? Not just locally, but nationally, internationally?
So many. Are you every historic theater ever, right? I mean,
Top three.
Oh, top three. I would love to perform at the Lyric in Birmingham.
Awesome.
And that's a tough one because of the history of the building. They're very protective over it for good reason.
Yeah.
I've had talent buys there, but we haven't done performance there.
Are they against that kind of burlesque show, or is this?
I don't think like as individuals they're against it,
Mhm.
but I think they're working very hard to establish the reputation of the theater before they start doing weird shit like what I do. Gosh, what else? And the Alabama, which is across the street. Again, beautiful historic theater. Any of those theaters that were built around that time frame. So all the Sangers, right? The one in New Orleans, the one in Mobile. And then there are several places in New Orleans that I would love to play.
I'm sure. A lot of cool places there.
Yeah. And the culture in those spaces, just in general, but specifically the burlesque culture, is something that I'd like to know more about from an inside communication.
Yeah.
Like I said, I know a lot of them, but I'm not in their green room with them.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a different experience.
Outside, looking into it,
Yeah.
waving at them.
Yeah. I have pasties too. Me too. Yeah. So, but really, I'll go wherever. You know, I always joke that we have gotten dressed, in men's rooms next to urinals, and then we've been in places like Saturn. And so, as long as it's somewhere between those two,
You're good.
we're good. We can make anything work. The band tolerates it. You know, they usually come dressed. They're like, we're not involved in any of that. And then it's just they drink whiskey, so it's just making sure they're plied with whiskey.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I think the first show I went to, I think it was one of the Rocky Horror shows at the Bama. And like I was a fan of Rocky Horror. Went to the show. I'm like, it's probably gonna be really cool. And then like it started, I was like, what the fuck? This is awesome. This is the coolest thing I've ever been to. Because I've had seen the movie, but I hadn't seen all the like the props and everything. It goes all the different songs.
Shadowcast.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, this is the fucking coolest thing I've ever been.
It's a pretty good tradition. It's 40 years old at this point, and it's done all over the place. We like putting the spin on it. You know, it's the same cast roughly every
Yeah.
year, so we bring them all back in. We're like, I don't know, what do you want to do this year?
I love
Figure it out.
showing
I
it
like
to
it.
people that's never seen it before. Like, watch this movie. What is it? It's really cool. Watch it. And
Do
like
this face.
about what
Fucking
10, 15 minutes into it, when
What
comes, you're like, what the fuck is that? What are we watching? Like, keep watching. It gets even better. They're like, this dude just came out in women's garments and stuff. I'm like,
did.
keep watching. It's an amazing show. And they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
No,
You're
nothing.
like, now I know what's wrong with you. I'm like,
Yeah.
It is true that a lot of people can't handle that.
Yeah.
I mean, normal people, I guess.
It's wild. I try not to upset the
The normals.
the normies. They can't help it any more than I can. You know.
That's what I want to invite somebody this year or next year to it. That's like a straight laced person.
Oh.
Come to this Halloween party with me. It's fun.
There's always someone in the audience that feels like the polo guy in the punk rock show, right? Where he's just kind of hanging out. And then it's a 50-50 split, whether he's going to be horrified or going to be the most energetic one there.
That's right.
Right? The polo guy at the punk show is always, leaned up against the wall until, and then he's leading the pit.
Yeah.
He's punching people in the face. People are getting kicked. He's going nuts. And then the tune ends and he's like, excuse me. Back to the wall. He's fine. I always appreciate that punk guy,
That was probably me. Like, this is my best favorite part of the movie. I'm like, the fuck is happening? Like,
That's it. That's exactly.
I love it. I actually took my wife with me, and she was blown away too.
I love that.
Because I think I showed her the movie, and she's like, "What the hell is this?"
What is going on?
And then now she likes it. So
See,
was a good time.
that's what happens,
Yeah.
though, right? Is that there are a few things in my world that map this way. It's not a movie you're indifferent about, right? You love it or you hate it.
yeah, for sure.
And the first time you watch it, you either never want to see that again, ever, anywhere, or you immediately hit play again.
I gotta see that again.
You
See what
have to
happened.
watch it again. And then you watch it again. You watch it again. I knew that I was deep into it when I knew the difference between the U.S. version and the UK version.
Oh wow, I'm not that deep. I need to put that on my list.
That's right. It's one scene that was
Okay, I
taken
like
out of
it.
the U.S. version.
Is it amazing?
It's the very last scene, yeah. The one where they're in the graveyard and there's so much.
Is it crazier or subdued for the UK crowd?
Well, the UK crowd is the original one,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was cut for the US version
So it's crazier.
to match some specific time frame that we
Yeah,
did for the
stupid.
movie. Yeah, it was like
There goes my afternoon.
94 minutes as opposed to 97, I think, is the difference, and so it had to hit under 95.
I knew it was awesome when I think I got a video somewhere of my daughter. She was 4 at the time, maybe singing Time Warp, just loving it.
That's how it starts.
And everybody's like, "You let her watch that?" I'm like, "It's good."
Yeah. It's more,
Now she's weird like me.
yeah. It's more straight-laced than a lot of movies. That,
It really is.
Really
Like,
you
is.
know,
yes.
it's when you really look at it objectively, it's
they make some crazy costumes and stuff. And
yeah.
I'm sure for the time it was fucking insane.
Yeah, people had an issue with
Was
it.
that in the 70s?
For sure, yeah. 70s.
Early 70s maybe, something like that?
Yeah. And it was a play before that. So and then it was transitioned to a movie. So the play was scandalous. They couldn't handle it. It was so yeah, it's
I want to look that one up later. UK version.
Sure
UK
you
version.
will.
Oh, you know, will. I'm in my office at work tonight looking it up.
It is. It's just the last scene, the very last one. It's,
Sure.
it's called Superheroes. That's the very last.
Right now.
Yeah.
Got all kind of notes over here from Soapy.
Yeah. Sorry. That's the gift I give. Weird ass notes.
So is tequila your jam? That's kind of.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's the only thing I drink really.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. I will occasionally drink a whiskey or a scotch if my bandmates are like, "Here, you should try this," because I trust them.
Yeah.
But nothing sticks. It's tequila all day.
What's your go-to tequila?
Gosh, this is the question I expected, and I was thinking about it all the way down here.
Then we talked about Rocky Horror.
We're talking about Rocky Horror. I mean, I'm here for it. So I will either go pretty straight fare and do like an Altos.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Casamigos Silver. I like the Reposado, but not quite as much.
I'm not a fan of the Reposado. I like the silver and I love the Añejo.
I haven't had their Añejo.
It's really good. The Cristalino just came out in the state. It's really good too.
Oh, shit. All right. I got some homework. I got some shit.
I'll write you some notes.
Where's my, yeah, I need a napkin. Thank you.
I can text them all to you.
Oh, I mean, even better.
Or you can come try them at Jalapenos. We got 257 now.
Yeah. Okay. When are you going to get there tonight? Time are you there?
All of them.
All of them. I like Hornitos.
Mm-hmm.
I like El Jimador. Is that right?
Yeah, El Jimador.
Yeah.
It's just kind of taller, square bottle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not a huge Patron fan, just because it feels sort of like a blunt instrument.
Yeah.
Don Julio's fine. Anything after that, like if I get further down the list, I'm just fronting.
You have a wish tequila? Like, I wish I could try this one, or
This one. I need this one
that
right
one's
here.
good.
I need
Or like one like this is the best I've ever had, but I couldn't find it again.
this one. Yeah, most definitely. I love this one.
And you can't get this in Alabama, right?
No, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I'm actively working because I'll send you the link to the podcast about it. But we went down and visited the distillery back in October, and we hooked up with our buddy Lucas. He's VIP, gave us a tour, and they were like, I had a Day of the Dead bottle from 2 years ago, and I bought it. I thought it was $85. I thought it was $53. I was drunk. It was $530.
Oh shit.
But I couldn't do math. So like, hey, if you like that, see if Lucas can get you in tomorrow night. We're having an exclusive VIP distillery party for our new release.
Oh wow.
I was like, okay, cool. So I called him. He's like, yeah, you can go. So I'll send you the video of it.
Yeah.
We showed up, 300-400 people. I'm the only gringo there.
So you're doing it right.
Yeah, we ordered a couple bottles. Next thing, Giovanni, my partner, looks at me like, the hell are you doing? I was up by the stage with the master distiller and the owner. I had my phone. I was telling the Telemundo people to move. I was taking pictures with them. He came over to the table and brought us free shots, was hanging out with us. And he's like, hey, if you want to come do a barrel pick, come do a barrel pick with us. So that's why I kind of fell in love with the Cava de Oro. So
Yeah.
really good stuff.
No, that's amazing. I'm gonna snap a picture of that so that I can tell people later.
Yeah,
I have friends who visit Mexico. Maybe they can.
it's a really cool place.
Yeah.
And you can actually, in Mississippi, they have it. Alabama, no.
I have no response to that.
I'm sure every other state in the U.S. they probably have it, but I should get it in a few weeks. That's my goal.
That's so weird.
I'll let you know. It is
Yes,
fantastic. And the
please
extra
do.
añejo is even better. Of course, it's a little. I think that one goes 3 years. Extra añejo is 5 years. It's a little extra aged.
I would love to visit a good, legitimate tequila distillery.
It was really fun. Had a good time.
That sounds amazing.
We went there. We went to Adictivo, and then we went to Jose Cuervo, which is just typical tequila, but they had a train experience. It was pretty cool.
They had a train,
Yeah,
like a
actual train,
like a Disney World train.
kind of, but tequila. They serve you food and tequila the whole way across the agave fields.
That sounds awful.
I'll send you that video too. It
Yes,
was fun.
please.
I was hammered at lunch trying to get the mariachi band play Free Bird. They never would. It's a good video.
I remember that.
A good video. Just sitting there, Free Bird. They're just looking at me. But yeah, it's definitely a fun trip though. But I'll let you know when we get that in the state.
Please.
It's fantastic.
There's a mariachi band that plays at Los Amigos in Birmingham on Friday nights. They're amazing if you are looking for a really good mariachi band. And I think people should be.
Oh, yeah.
Can they play Free Bird?
I don't know, but
It's
I
my
think they
it's
would
my
try.
standard.
I think they would try.
Free Bird and Tennessee Whiskey standards. See if they can play those.
Ooh, I'd like to hear a good mariachi cover of Tennessee
That would
Whiskey.
be awesome.
Yeah.
I got one, but it's not that good. They're playing behind me and I'm singing Tennessee Whiskey. I got that video too.
Okay,
It's
so
not good though.
this is what I'm watching tonight is all the videos. You're
I'll
sending
send
me.
them to
This
you.
is what I need.
There's little TikTok shorts.
It's perfect.
I can't sing for shit, but it's funny though.
That's all right. We'll stand behind you and harmonize. It'll all make sense.
It's good times. Well, anything else you want to plug before we wrap it up, Soapy?
What else? The band, The Prize Inside, which is the band with Pink, that's my band. We'll be at Nocturnal on the 30th
Of
November?
November? Okay.
And
So
we'll-
is that just your band playing, not the Pink Burlesque?
yeah,
Just,
it's just the band.
just jazz kind of?
It's just a trio, actually. We'll
Okay.
be without our drummer.
Put it on the list. We'll go over there too.
Yeah,
November 30th.
November 30th. Do you need another napkin?
Where is my napkin?
I don't know. Oh, there it is. And then,
Is that jazz band? Okay.
yeah.
I've never seen your jazz band before.
Oh, it's a lot of the tunes that we do for the shows, and then we add in things that are a little more sort of mainstream jazz, but which is a weird way to phrase that. But I think you understand what
Yeah,
I
I
mean.
got you. Yeah.
And then we'll be at Haven in Birmingham on the 27th for our monthly jazz night there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Go check you out at the 30th. You gonna be in town, Matt?
I'll be in Houston.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That's all right. We'll do a cardboard cutout of you. Yeah,
FaceTime you.
You can FaceTime me.
that's good. I'll just hold you out. I'll put you next to me.
Can you take pictures there? Or is that no?
You
Okay,
can.
so I can take
We're
pictures.
all fully clothed and stuff. Yeah.
I'll send Matt a picture. But here's a picture of Soapy's band. They're like, here's a picture. I got my ass beat.
Here's Soapy taking me down.
So be taking me down. I have done that before, and parties.
You gonna be here the 6th though, December?
I will. Yeah.
All right, we'll make a trip over there for sure.
Definitely.
That'd be fun.
That sounds fun. Yeah,
I hadn't been to a show in been a couple years, so
it's a good one to come to.
sounds
I
like
mean,
it.
just in general, but the December
Yeah,
show
yeah.
especially.
So it's a prohibition.
And to get tickets, where do we need to go? Or anybody?
Pinkboxburlesque.com.
Perfect.
They usually sell out pretty quickly, or
They usually do.
most part.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been on sale for a couple of weeks now, so we've still got some left.
Okay, cool.
But soon.
Yeah, we'll jump on that when we get through it here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, Soapy. I enjoyed it.
Thanks
Been
for
awesome.
having
We'll
me.
give you a tour here in the minute of the warehouse of everything we got over there.
I'm
Not me.
excited.
I say we because I basically live here now.
Yeah, you do. You've slept on that couch many nights.
We live over here doing the podcast.
Just a couple of redneck amigos full of BS reviewing bourbon, tequila, rum, beer, and more boozy spirits.